Students in the UK refuse to pay rent by Learn With News, Level 3. University students across the United Kingdom have been organizing rent strikes in response to the lack of in-person classes during the COVID-19 pandemic. The students have been angered by the fact that they are paying for expensive university accommodation when the classes are all or almost all online. In the UK, most students stay in dormitories or halls in British English that are owned by their university. The universities charge high fees for the accommodation, and students typically have to use loans in order to pay for their housing. The students are then charged separately for their classes. The tuition fee for classes is typically around £9,000 per year, which is much higher than in other European countries. At the start of the school year in September 2020, university students were assured by their universities that their classes would be held as normal. Most universities sent out schedules to the students, and everything seemed to be going ahead as expected in a normal year. However, many universities announced their intentions to move to online classes 1 or 2 days after the students had moved into their accommodation. This caused an uproar among students as they felt like they had been lied to by the universities. Students felt as if the universities only wanted to make sure they got the students' money. The discontent from students comes after almost a decade of anger at the cost of university in the UK. In 2012, tuition fees for universities tripled from a maximum of around £3,000 per year to a new maximum of around £9,000 per year. There were huge student protests in the UK over the fee increase, and although the protests didn't stop the increase, the anger from students has never really subsided. Now with the pandemic, the accusation that universities are acting like businesses more than schools holds significantly more weight. The student protests have already led to some concessions from universities. Some universities reduced the rental fees by 30% for the first half of the academic year. Others said they would allow students to break their housing contracts without a penalty, but some said they would only allow this if the student was suffering negative mental health effects due to staying in the dormitories. The students are now demanding that universities cut rental fees for the rest of the school year too. Universities are under a lot of pressure as many students now realize that they are customers and not just students.